good little neat little country song.
Yeah, well, funny you say that because the next track is called Country Song.
Ooh.
Haha.
He made his way to the border in the shadow under the trees. Down by a stream in a hollow, turn your head, feel the breeze. And the Red Queen was waiting for the news, for the White King to move. And the balance hung upon the head of one who tried to stay within the shadows and keep his undercover secret tight. They led him in by a back way into a chamber reserved for the Queen. She took the note that he gave her, opened it slowly, and started to read. Run to the treasury and bring me back some gold. Give it to the pawn who came, she cried. She says the White King thinks the game of chess is wrong. And all the courtiers crowded round, and this is what she told the gathering throng. Go to the store by the dungeon, take all the red paint, take all the white, make up a new born color, cover your neighbor, and we'll be alright. There'll be no game today, she cried across the board. Every day will be a holiday, and all the pieces cheered as tidings spread abroad. And the pink queen sat and smiled at the cat who smiled back.
Your thoughts on that one?
The Beatles.
Well, yeah, the guitar and the piano, played together is fucking real good. It's really, really good. Just the whole like solo, not solo, but like the instrumental at the end was top tier stuff. Just really,
Yeah, I mean,
really nice to listen
David
to.
Gilmour and Richard Wright have great chemistry on instrumentals together, and you'll often hear his guitar playing and either Rick's keyboard or piano played with it, and they harmonize very well.
Definitely.
Yeah, your thoughts on the song as a whole?
Well, yeah, it's just like the song as a whole was just real good. I wouldn't describe it as a country song though.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think the song overall, really good vocals. I really like the tempo. But I think the instrumental was probably my favorite part. I've really just really stuck out to me. But yeah, no, another banger.
I love the way it transitions between verse and chorus.
Yeah.
The way it switches.
Oh yeah, definitely so.
Open it slowly and started to read. Run to the treasury and bring me back some gold. You know that thing?
Oh yeah. Fucking good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. You may have noticed that a lot of the lyrics are about a chess game.
Yes.
Which is very Roger Waters. Definitely very influenced by his songwriting. That's the kind of metaphors that he does.
That was a very apt description. It sounds like a very sort of classic country song for a fair bit of it, which is accurate. I guess it still has a sort of, I guess, Pink Floyd flair, since, as you said, the lyrics are mostly about a chess game, which the phrase would be extra thinking for the song. Where like the sort of song where you could listen to it sort of, I guess, casually, and then like on like a second listening you could think more in depthly about it. But yeah, it's pretty good song, yeah.
To sort of enlighten you a bit on the lyrics, it's kind of because obviously the chess game between the red and white pieces, right? So it's talked about all through that. It's meant to symbolize enemies, and the song is trying to symbolize the peace between two sides merging together. So you got stuff like, and the Red Queen was waiting for the news and for the White King to move. The balance hung upon the head of one who tried and all that. And then eventually it gets to the point where it says, take all the red paint, take all the white, make up a newborn color, cover your neighbor, we'll be alright. And at the very end it says, and all the pieces shared as tidings spread abroad, and the Pink Queen, so pink, the merging of red and white, symbolizes the peace between the two sides. Pink is also common color associated with love, allowing the story to apply to everyone. Love will create peace between enemies. So the Pink Queen sat and smiled at the cat who smiled back. So there's an arc to the story between two enemy sides that come together. And the red and white come together to form pink. Which is interesting because it's by a band called Pink Floyd. So that's a nice coincidence.
My turn. Yeah. Jeff said Beatles. I agree fully. This is the most Beatles Pink Floyd song we've heard yet. And I really love that the way it blends like country and rock. It's really great. It gives that Beatles vibe where it feels like a warm hug. That's the way I describe the instrumentals, because it's very warm, it's very inviting. Haven't paid much attention to the lyrics, would need to read more into it. And you did just describe it, but I am very sleep deprived, so I barely yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I barely processed any of it. But my point being more like the way the instrumental is, and I really like it. Again, the vibe that we got from that first song in the opening credits is definitely being carried on to the rest of the film with what I imagined would be the rest of the soundtrack, which is good to see, just from like a tonal consistency point of view for like a film soundtrack. It's really good. But yeah, no, it's a really great song. The guitar was great, and you said the transition between the chorus to from verse to chorus. That was probably my favorite part in terms of like instrumental. Is the way they did that. I thought it was really great.
I'm glad someone heard me say Beatles because I was alluding to something.
I heard.
Well, you didn't say anything, so die.
I
Anyway.
acknowledged.
No, I don't care. Anyway, when the song first started, I was getting Eagles vibe because of the country aspect, and then in the slower moments, there's a period in there, and this is where I got the Beatles. It sounded near exact to Let It Be. Like, it literally near exact. I was like, wait, I know this similar composition. And I was like, wait, yeah, it is similar to Let It Be. That's not a bad thing. Let It Be is a masterpiece.
It is.
I think the reason why Callum didn't get country out of it is because whilst it has country undertones, it's really focused on the hard rock aspect. Which is quite, well, especially back then, was rare for country to ever do. Country's very mellow. It's meant to remind you of a sprawling landscape, whereas this feels a bit more intense. So that might be where it was at scene. But I'm very, very much happy with the song. I love it. It really shows Gilmour in his comfort zone, I find.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean the sound. I think this is a song where it's the combination of Rogers' songwriting and Gilmour's song playing being at their best, which is a commonality with a lot of 70s Floyd. But not to discredit Wright or Mason either. You know, they did great. Like Mason's great with these songs, especially the ones that are designed to be catchy, because he's great with the time signatures and the pacing of the songs, with his drumming and being able to like carry and control the tempo. And then with Rick Wright's piano harmonizing with David's electric guitar, it gives it that Pink Floyd flavor that changes the whole perspective of it. Like, you know, as you said, like Let It Be is a masterpiece, right?
Yes.
But the element of this song that makes it different from something like that is that David Gilmour and Richard Wright combination. Because I don't think I've ever heard any other artist that's really able to capture what those two do together, because there's something very distinct about it, which is part of what really makes a lot of their songs authentic, is that those two can add an element of sound that is so them. But yeah, definitely very Beatles. Similarities in terms of many things. Yeah,
because the Beatles in way more in that country vibe, and this obviously being a country song, it's just clearly there were gonna be similarities. But I hadn't even thought of "Let It Be," even though I love that song. It hadn't come to mind. And Jab mentioned it. Yeah, it does have quite a lot of similarities to this one.
Yes. Anything else you want to add, Callum?
No, on that song, no, I think it was real good on it. The instrumentals are really bloody goddamn good.
Oh,
Have
yes. You love those Dave Gilmour guitar solos as well.
Have you heard of Let It Be, Callum? Like, have you listened to it?
I don't know what you just said to me.
Have you ever heard "Let It Be" by the Beatles?
No.
Okay, so your homework
deserve to
is
be
after
shot
this,
to death.
just listen to it. It's 5 minutes long.